Okay, so I'm applying my thinset to the walls. You can see here I've mixed it up in the bucket. It's kind of a nice thick toothpaste consistency. So now that I've got it on, oh yeah, I've been using a putty knife because I'm more comfortable with it than this big old trowel. But now that I'm done putting it up here on sort of thin coats, I do need the trowel to scrape it off. What I'm doing is I'm taking the notch side of it. This has small notches because I'm using small tiles. And I just hold the trowel at about a 45-degree angle to the wall. And I just scrape alongside, which gives nice little grooves for the towel. So once I've done this and sort of cleaned it up so I don't have these little drips there, it'll be ready for tile.
John has done his thinset, scraped it, and now I'm about to place this tile. You can see there's one little tile missing. I pulled it off because it had a flaw on it, and it's going to be very easy to fix. I'm going to show you in a second. So first I'm going to place the tile. This is easier to do with two people, but since John is holding the camera, I'm going to try and do it all by myself. It's helpful usually to line it up in one spot, so I'm trying to make this look like a flower, and then I'm going down the seam to make sure things line up. So once I get it to where, you know, it's not perfect, but it's where I think it should be, I smooth it out like this, and I sort of survey it and say, okay, are these too close? Everything can shift because it's all on thinset, kind of scooting around. So I can noodle this for as long as I'd like. I have about half an hour usually for the thinset, until I get it. I'm obviously not going to do that all on video, until I get it looking lined up. I'm going to push all the tile down around the border. And you can see how I had this one that was missing.
There you go. Got it.
Thank you, cameraman. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to just replace it by just sticking one in there. So that, you know, once it's grouted, should look like it's always been there. My way of checking penny tiles, I look at if it looks like a flower. So if, you know, this were here, my flower center wouldn't be in the right spot. So you just want to check if everything lines up on the horizontal, if everything lines up on the diagonal like this and on this diagonal. And so that I'm just going to noodle this one a little bit and make sure it's not too close or too far away so that when you step back you won't see the seam. The reason we're going at this sort of step down angle is we're doing a bricklayer pattern, which is the same way you lay bricks, two next to each other and then one in the middle of that. That way the seams won't all be across the wall. They'll be staggered, so hopefully it will be harder to notice them. Ta-da!